It's about 10:30. You wanna... Do we have numbers? Percentage?
Yes.
46.
Okay.
47. Andrew. 46.
46. 47% of the votes. Well, I mean, first I want to thank each and every one of you for coming this evening. This has been a very competitive campaign. In fact, this is the 5th campaign that I've been involved in, and this is probably the most competitive. But nonetheless, it is democracy at work, and that's the one thing that I appreciate about this, and I've made it a part of who I am, which is I would never discourage anyone from running for public office, even when they're running against me, because this is not my seat, it's the seat of the people. And you know, certainly tonight, if the numbers continue to go at this rate, we clearly have won this election. And I really am just humbled by the outpour of community members and all of you, the constituents that have come out to vote. You know, I could not have done this without all the volunteers and each and every one of you. And when I start mentioning name, I always have a tendency to accidentally leave people out, so you know who you are. You've come regularly to phone bank, you've come regularly to precinct walk, to do all the things, from the bikers out this past weekend to the pilot that was flying the plane, to the 10-year-old young man who I just took a picture with, who just disappeared in the crowd. There he is, who continually come and bug everybody to make sure that they're doing the phone calls and the text banking and everything. All this is all of yours as well. I wish I could claim it all for myself, but I really can't. And every time that we have a campaign, all of you have continually come out. And for that, I'm very grateful. The people that you have with me all the time that is willing to give up their time with Dad would be my 2 boys. Older one, Lisa, and young one, Leland. In fact, when we started this campaign, they were joking with me. They go, "So Dad, if we went and volunteer for the opposition, and if you lose, don't we have more time with you?" And I said, "Well, you're right. I actually would have more time." And they go, "We've got a plan, Dad." And so I'm like, no, please don't do that. But joking set aside, you know, they were willing to step up and encourage their friends to help out as well. And for all the young people who came here on a regular basis, there's so many of you that came and you know, really just lent a hand. And Andrew, obviously, where is Andrew? Did he leave already? Is he shy? Andrew's hanging. So Andrew, one of the masterminds that you know, looked at all the data. He's, thank goodness that he continually supported these young people so that they could continually make the phone calls. To John, who's with me from the beginning.
Hi, John.
He knows everything. And between John and Ty, where's Ty?
Right here.
Yeah, Ty, come on up here, Ty. Come on up here. Come on up here. So to tell you guys the truth, between Ty and John, they're the ones that I yell at the most. Because they're so close to me that we become kind of joint at the hip. And when I get upset, I'm like, what do you mean that the literature hasn't been distributed in this precinct? What do you mean the lawn signs aren't out yet? Oh, you guys are stressing me out. And so for me, who works a day job, and I can only text during breaks, it becomes very frustrating. And I wind up texting or saving a bunch of texts and then releasing it all at once during break, and then they get overwhelmed. You know, I appreciate the both of you. We are more than just colleagues, we are brothers. And one thing I always say, what separates acquaintances from friends is that your friends will stick with you during peacetime and also during war. And I think that this is so incredibly profound that both of you have continued to stick with this campaign. And I am very grateful that both of you are my extended arms that help me make appearances in the community and try to make a difference. Most other people don't even know that they virtually give up their time. They volunteer their time to help with the campaign, and I think that is pretty profound. You know, when you have a chance, please acknowledge and thank them as well, because this victory is not just mine, but it's also theirs. And to the team, we had Rod Brewer, who just been re-elected to the CSDA. You know, Rod has been doing an excellent job, and I'm just so excited that the team that we developed also taught us some things about how to work together and how to deliver a positive message to the community, which is so very important and is so on point for this campaign. Because as I've said it on my social media page, there's no place for hate in Elk Grove. There's no place for negative campaigning. What I saw in this past cycle was disgusting. And what I hope that there was a clear message that was sent to those people who were behind these negative campaigning. And as you saw tonight, it was a clear message. You know, unless these numbers change, you know, after tonight, it's clear that Elk Grove only has love. We're not going to tolerate negative campaigning. And negative campaigning has no place in this great city. And I'm so proud of that. You want to win political office here in the city of Elk Grove, in this great city. You talk about the issues, you talk about the things that you're going to bring to Elk Grove. That is the difference between our team and other teams in Elk Grove. But the other team members, they're out visiting the other parties, so they can't be here. But Jacqueline Moreno, obviously she won CSD as well. And we have Rosanna Herbert, and the two individuals, Andres and Orlando, they fought a good fight. And I'm real proud of them. Orlando stays on the CSD. Andreas goes and I think hopefully he would get his bar results, right? So he should be an attorney real soon here, and he'll be practicing law. But you know, for those two, I have great expectations for them, particularly Andreas. You won't be seeing the last of him. What I saw in this campaign is a young man that grew up in Elk Grove who turned his life into the right direction and graduated from Hastings Law, the judge's law school. And so I'm real excited about that, and I'm real eager to see what he has in store for his future career here in Elk Grove. And you know, I mean, really, I mean, all of this is really, really terrific. And you guys are probably thinking, I forgot my wife. I didn't, because, you know, this is the person. Come over here. Don't be shy. This is the person that I always tell people labor materials donated, and I kid you not, it really points to her. Whenever we embark on any campaign, she's the one that works the hardest. She is the one that is more emotionally tied to the campaign, where if I was being attacked by an opponent or by anyone else, it hurts her the most. And I'm very grateful that you've hung out and continue to be willing to accept this torture. But to know, yeah. Many of the things that comes out of the campaign in terms of any language, any statements, she always has her first crack at it, and she is the anchor in my life. She continues to be that person that I would not be able to run for public office had it not been for her, you know, holding down the fort at home and also doing the extra work. So for all of you who invite me to events and you say, where's my wife? Well, she's at home watching the kids, making sure they do homework, and she's also probably editing my statements that's going to go out the next day. So, so this is my wife, Koa, the beautiful lady that you saw in the negative campaign ads that went out. That's her. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, huh? And that was a terrific picture too. It was. Yeah. One of our best. We actually we worked on prettying herself up for that evening, right? So, so you know, I mean, I'm glad we got a bunch of free PR by the negative ads that was out there. That was very, very nice. And if anything, I should be thanking them for using that with such a wonderful picture. Yeah. The other group of people alone. It's always been a team effort, and that's one thing I'm real proud of. The next day, my hope is the citizens are concerned about traffic, crime, businesses, jobs here in Elk Grove. These are things that we can all work on. These are things that the City Council as a whole can come together and work. It's not about you, messages that are so key and so important to who I am and my identity. And I'm just very thankful that I am returning as your mayor of this great city. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, and let's have our re-elected CSD director say a few things.
This is a victory for Elk Grove. The people have finally spoken. Message sent, message delivered. Steve Lee is mayor. He's going back to be our mayor for another 2 years. I am humbly thankful to the people of Elk Grove who came out to support me in this re-election and for Jacqueline Marino for this campaign. Steve said it perfectly, so I don't need to repeat anything that he said, but I will say this. CSD we pride ourselves in having a strong, positive relationship with the city of Elk Grove. And with myself, Orlando, and Jacqueline at the CSD board, we will maintain that relationship with Mayor Lee, and we will deliver for you everything you need from us, because that is what you have elected us and hired us to do. So for that, Team Elk Grove!
Okay, did I forget anyone? I want to make sure. Thank you to each and every one of you. We're going to have a celebration that's coming as well. So this is not over, because once we're probably going to wait until the weather gets a little bit better, but we're probably going to have a community event out in the park somewhere, and we want all of you to come out and celebrate our diversity again, because that's what Elk Grove is, the most diverse city in the United States. So do we have our confettis ready? We're going to do a photo. Ready? Let me see.
Picture. Everybody get on the wall.
Everybody on the wall? Okay, everybody on the wall.
Come here, buddy. Love you, Steve. Gotta go. Everybody come this way.
You don't want a picture?
Get in the picture.
Come on. Anyways, it makes us look young.
Yeah, come on, sit.
And don't forget to watermark for the copyright film.
Yes. All right, 1, 2, 3. Wow. Everybody smile.
Steve!
Right?
Yes, we are. Okay. Wait, not yet. Let's get somebody on the string as well, because we're gonna have to yank it that way.
Oh yeah!
Okay. Shall we do it? How many? Where are the confetti? We got one. Got one here. Where's the other one?
Already.
All ready?
Already?
Show me.